Hello, it's John Heaton, and today I'm going to agree to do a video which was requested by someone the other day who calls himself J7JOV32, and he suggested I do an album of favourite side 2 openers. And this is back in the day when we bought vinyl, of course, on CD. People didn't really, they lost track of which was side 1 and side 2 or 3 or 4. But back in the days when, for those of you old enough to remember, it was quite a thing to flip over side 1 and put on the other side, and quite an important song in terms of scheduling an album successfully, to have not only the opening song of an album being strong and captivating the listener, but also the opener for side 2, as well as obviously the closer. And you know, a lot can be said for sequencing in an album, I think, and some albums have come out which some people argue have been wrongly sequenced, and they have fun mixing them up, as you can do these days. I don't go in for that too often, but it's quite a fun topic to talk about, so I'm happy to. I had a think about this, and again, I've just chosen, as with most of my videos, I've just chosen tracks, or songs from my own collection, so albums which I own. I could have widened the net, I suppose, but that's what I've done, and I've come up with 12. I can't show you any record sleeves because I'm currently about to have my house painted, repainted, and so all my albums and CDs are in boxes in preparation for that. So I'm not going to. I've got the list to show you at the end, but in reverse order, I'll just go through the 12 that I've chosen. Number 12, I'm going to choose a Bob Dylan track, and it's Most of the Time, which opened side 2 of Oh Mercy in 1989. And when I was thinking about what to do for this video, I was thinking, well, does the song need to be upbeat to make the list, or can it just be a great song? And I figured, well, in most cases it's going to be pretty upbeat, but if the song is so stupendous that it can't be excluded, I'm not going to exclude it from the list. And Most of the Time is probably, if push comes to shove, my favourite track on Oh Mercy. So I've chosen it, and it's a wonderful opening track to side 2, and wonderful production from Daniel, and I'm going to pronounce his name wrong again, Lanois or Lanois, sorry if I've got it wrong. Anyway, wonderful production. Number 11, we're going to choose Status Quo from 1977, and their album Rocking All Over the World, which didn't actually open the album. It opens with a song called Hard Times, which is a good song. But then side 2 opens with the title track, and it's just a wonderful opener to any side of a record. And actually, it's such a good opener that I was listening to the version they did at Live Aid in 1985. They no less than opened the entire concert, Status Quo, with that song, and went down like a storm, as you would expect. This was 1985, when they were still together, just about the original lineup, and they were having hits in the Army Now, I think was from that year. So anyway, that was number 11. Number 10, I've gone with I've Got a Feeling, the great and pretty much underrated still, although less so these days, track from the Beatles to open side 2 of Let It Be. Maybe fans are more familiar with it now, or casual fans having watched Get Back and seen the rooftop performance and seen them rehearsing it. It's just a very atmospheric track, and for years it was kind of not ignored, but it was not talked about. And then, as I say, following Get Back, it's maybe undergone a bit of a renaissance, and I'm glad to see it, because it is an immensely powerful and uplifting track, and never tire of putting on side 2 of Let It Be for that reason. Number 9, we've gone with Dire Straits from their debut album 1978. Well, you can probably guess what opened side 2. It's the stupendous track Sultans of Swing, and this is just a tour de force. Could have opened the album, I suppose, but they chose to open it with Down to the Waterline, so they opened side 2 with a killer track and just wonderful lyrics about Guitar George. He knows all the chords, and the rest of it. Sultans of Swing was the name of a sort of hypothetical band, apparently, so said Mark Knopfler in a live performance. Number 8, we've got Watching the Wheels, the sublime opener to side 2 of Double Fantasy, and probably my favourite track on the album, along with Woman and I'm Losing You. but if I have to choose between those three, I think this one would edge the other two out. This is a wonderful philosophical song about explaining, John trying to explain why he'd taken time off the music business and didn't feel the need to sort of be active, and was just taking time off to be with his family. And it's just a beautiful song, beautiful melody, beautiful piano, which John played together with George Small on the record. Number 7 for AC. I've only chosen one for each artist, and there are several artists where I could have chosen more than one. Like, for example, for Lennon, I could have chosen Give Me Some Truth from Imagine, which very nearly did. For AC/DC, my next choice, I could have chosen Sin City from Power Age, or Shot Down in Flames from Highway to Hell, but I've gone with Back in Black from the album Back in Black. Just an absolutely brilliant start to side 2, and probably the best track on the album, and probably told this story once too many times, but when I got it back from the shop, when I had jet lag, I'd just flown back from the Bahamas, and I put the record on the wrong way round, and I assumed Back in Black was the opening track, so that was the first way I listened to it. But anyway, it's the opener of side 2. So number 6 we've got from Paul Simon's debut album 1972, the wonderfully rhythmic and melodic and hilarious song Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. It's a great song to play on an acoustic guitar. Sounds like there's about 3 or 4 guitars strumming along to this song, and infectious melody, and just everything about that song I absolutely love. Number 5, we're going to go with Elton. Can you guess which track I've chosen from him? Well, it's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, the opener of side 2 of that superb double album from 1973. And it's the title track, and it's just a melody to die for, to use my favourite expression, and Elton reaching notes which most other mortals can't reach, and absolutely superb piano-led song with superb musicianship from Dee Murray on bass, Davy Johnston on guitar, and Nigel Olsson on drums, and Elton on piano and vocals, of course. So number 4, we've got Blondie. Now, I could have gone with 11:59 from Parallel Lines, but I've gone with Die Young, Stay Pretty from Eat to the Beat, 1979. Probably my favourite song on the album. There's a superb kind of DVD, CD joint thing you can get, where the CD's on one disc and then you can watch all the videos, and they made a video for practically every track, and there's a hilarious video for this one. And it could have opened the album, I suppose, but they opened it with Dreaming, which is maybe a bit more commercial. But I think this is my favourite song on the album. Wonderful lyrics. Number 3, Fleetwood Mac. Can you guess? I could have gone with The Chain, I suppose, but I've gone with Say You Love Me from the Fleetwood Mac self-titled album from 1975. I just love the way that Christine's pounding piano comes in at the beginning, and then mixed drum entry, and then John joins in on the bass, and you've just got a groove like Fleetwood Mac is just virtually unequalled in the groove they get on the album, and on Rumours and on Tusk. I just think they're so together as a band, and Lindsay's guitar solo in the middle, or 2 guitar solos because they're kind of 2 distinct passages, absolutely brilliant, and a lovely melody and beautifully sung by Christine. Brilliant. Number 2, Stevie Wonder. I've gone for I Wish, the second track, the lead track on side 2 of Songs in the Key of Life, 1976, and just play this one loud. I mean, Stevie is on fire on this song with these lines about smoking cigarettes and writing nasty things upon the wall, and I wish those days could come back once more. I wish those days. It's a superb song, and great musicianship. I forget who plays with him on this album. It's not a solo effort. He's got quite a few musicians backing him, unlike on other albums. It's just Stevie on his own. Here you've got a proper band, and it's just wonderful. Brilliant brass section towards the end of the track. Number 2 and number 1, we've gone with Neil Young, and can you guess? It's Powderfinger from Rust Never Sleeps, 1979. Probably my favourite song on the album, along with most of side 1 actually. I think side 2 tails off slightly in quality, but what a powerful song, and I think I remember that it's one of Roger Waters' favourite tracks of all time. Or I think he was asked what song do you wish you had written, and I think he said that track. But anyway, it's just wonderful lyrics about, you know, the boats coming up the river, and I don't think he's here to deliver the mail. Just play it if you haven't heard it. It's a wonderful song. So this is my top 12 side 2 opening tracks from my collection. Sorry if I've missed out some of your favourites, or some of mine are not on this list because I could only pick 12. And I was going to pick some. If I had to pick an ABBA one, it would probably be One of Us from The Visitors, the opening side 2 of that, or I Do, I Do, I Do from the '75 album. But I think, as I see, ABBA didn't make my list in the end. But that's my 12. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for the selection, J7JOV32, and we'll see you next time.